Well, hello guys, welcome back to Lokean Gaming. I have you in a game I've had you in a lot of times before, and we may have even played this level, but I get an idea that the graphics here were very, very greatly worked on. And I just thought maybe you guys would like to chill at the beach. You know me and water in the sea. And I have no idea why, because Gemini's in your sign. But isn't this nice? Just kind of breathe in, breathe out. You do you, though. If you want to have coffee or chips or something, Doritos, whatever, you do you. No, I had put my stuff down, so let me get myself recentered here. It just feels nice, yeah? You almost feel the water on you and the warm sun. We're just gonna take a really easy explore around. We don't have to have an objective or do anything in a rush. I like that there are these little moats floating around now, kind of like, you know, like the pollen would be out right now. It's just, I'm blown away by the water effects, and I don't even have this cranked the whole way up, not on this rig. It's just the water effects and how the seaweed looks and the palm tree. And I swear to you guys, I don't have this cranked the whole way up. And look at those clouds. Just scudding on by. So if you have this, you might want to go.
When she was but a little girl, she climbed her father's shoulders high to see the merchant ships sail in and watch their flags wave in the sky.
So yes, this has poetry, a lot of poetry. Actually, I would like to say it was Loki or someone else that liked it, but... Hear that? Can you hear that? I hope you guys can hear that. But it was snowy. Kind of brought him in here, and I didn't know that this had been updated. At least it looks updated, and he was like, wow, that's pretty. You should show people. So Snowy got excited. They're all excited. It's just, this is one of the things I was talking to my uncle today, and I thanked him again. I said, you have no idea how good VR is. And you know how nice it is to have it.
She grew up strong and filled with love for every creature, big and small, for all the trees and flowers too, through summer, winter, spring and fall.
I just feel all the stress of the day leaving my body, guys. This is nice. I actually left this on my computer, and I haven't played it in ages, but I thought, you know what? I want to go meditate, and everything, you know, you do them a lot. Some days you might have a favorite app, and it's just not your cup of tea suddenly. So we're just gonna have a nice, gentle explore. I might bump around a little bit, but we're gonna have a nice, gentle explore here. No time limit. These are the kind of games I actually like, and I think those of you who've been with the channel kind of figured that out. I really don't need to have a big objective or a lot of adventure. I like those from time to time, but I also like these where you can just come out and stare at rocks for 20 minutes if you feel like it, so yeah. As far as I know, I can't climb. I can go upstairs, but I can't climb. It's okay. I don't remember this being way out here. It had to have been. Just forgot. It has been a while. arrivals today. Okay, yeah, it's been here. If you remember the game, that is our friend talking to us. It's just nice. And it's kind of like a way of getting out without getting out, you know? If you're like me and you're a natural introvert anyways, these are nice to have all the time. Just kind of a way to get out and go to the docks and not, you know, see 400, 500 people. Okay, we'll eventually get to the rest of that story. Let's go up here for a bit. Again, wow, this is relaxing. Yeah, Snowy's really been working on me to kind of learn how to take it easy, and you know what? Let's go ahead and experience these steps here and see if they'll let us climb them. See? If this was on Steam, I would have unlocked an achievement for that. Yeah. Yeah, this is just nice. I don't think, if I remember correctly, I don't think we can climb most of these steps. Oh, I stand corrected. Look, we're leaving footy prints. We have left footy prints in the sand. So I've been, you know, just trying to do work with Asmodeus about slowing down. And about just, you know, sitting here and kind of have my head lean back and look up at the palm trees. This is really super relaxing to me to go at this pace. Usually I just buzz by here and I couldn't really tell you what stuff looks like. I look at it and it's pretty, but I don't take my time. I'm always in a rush. Like, things are gonna disappear if I don't run after them.
Foreigners would come and go, providing silver and support, but secretly what they would do was hunt the wildlife for sport.
Okay, I'm gonna make no judgments, adjusting my headgear here. I'm gonna make no judgments. The storylines in these lives, if you remember, are not always the most cheerful ones. We can actually try to avoid those little story nuggets. They're not too hard to walk past. I think that's what we shall do. Hopefully they don't trigger from 20 feet away. Knowing this game, they will, because this game will be like, oh, you really want to hear those? I know you do. No, I'm good. No, you want to hear them. But it's so pretty. Can I go around that? Let's scooch around that.
Her actions came with hidden costs. With village leaders led by greed, dark business they relied upon deafened them to hear her plead.
It turns out great. They all go to magical animal land. Yeah, that's what happens. But it's really nice to have something like this to, you know, come into and just look at the waves, and you come over here, you can just come look at trees and flowers. And I will, of course, give you guys the links over to Steam and to Oculus. It's been interesting because I've been listening to a lot of stuff from different sources, like say the UU Church or something, and they're using this time as Lent, and if you didn't grow up Christian, that's basically when they decide as a show of their faith that they give up something, and it's usually something they really, really like, but they feel, giving it up would be a spiritual thing. So they'll give up added sugar, they'll give up, maybe 1 extra hour TV or something like that. And I thought, everybody has different ways of approaching it, because as pagans, we usually don't have an idea of giving up stuff like that. Though with, looking at another way, there are plenty of things we can give up. As Loki would point out, we can give up worrying about things and put them in as capable little fox balls. And I know it's hard, guys. I know it's hard, especially when we go through challenging times and we feel like saying, wait, you don't understand. You have no idea how hard my life is and what I'm going through. I understand all that. But, if we put it in the hands of the gods, whatever god you work with, god, goddess, whomever, they will take care of it. They will. I promise. It's just, a matter of having faith and patience. The Christians have a thing about, God moves in God's time. We can, extrapolate that out to, well, Loki and whatever god or goddess we work with, they're going to work in their time. So, whatever you're going through right now, maybe you're going through, what everyone's going through, and you have all this other personal stuff going on. It's going to be okay. It's going to work out. Everything works out in the end. It really does. I believe in that. It can take forever. And it can seem like it's not going to work out, but it is. It's going to work out, and it's going to work out for the best. It's just, having faith in it. And sometimes we don't realize, right after stuff works out, sometimes we don't realize it worked out for the best until, say, 10, 20 years later. I have to sometimes look back at events in my life that involve Loki years and years later and see that it was a blessing. Sometimes, it did not seem as a blessing at the time, and even for years afterwards, it doesn't seem as a blessing. But, eventually...
She lived outside the village lines and snuck around at morning's light, but clever men then trapped her too. Their greedy eyes were her last sight.
Well, that was utterly cheerful. I'm sorry I triggered that, but I wanted to walk you back here. And it's a thing of, we do go through tough times. It's just part of being human and being on this planet. If you're going to experience life on this planet, you're going to go through tough times, but we will get through them. Life will be different for a while, and our priorities have probably changed, but, we will get through this. I promise you we will. And, as I've said before, I think we've all kind of changed our priorities of what we want out of life, at least for the time being, but that's okay too. Life changes, and it's, it can be full of challenges, but that doesn't mean that, we shouldn't still have hope and faith and, take out time. It's very important, guys, to take out time on a daily basis to relax, to take care of yourself, and, to do whatever you do. Maybe meditation makes you worse. Maybe you don't like meditation or yoga. Maybe you like to exercise or play games or read or sing or dance or write or cook or something. But do whatever it is every day that makes you happy and kind of helps you relax. Sometimes VR helps me relax, and it's a godsend, and sometimes I do it, and it is like the last thing I should have done, But it felt really nice to have a chance to come in, and I thought, why not share it? Why not take you in and show you around? And I know some of you've seen this before, and I appreciate that you guys know that I don't have an unlimited gaming budget. And, you know, I would love to bring you a unique game every time I upload something, but it just felt like a good time for us to kind of go out in nature in a way that we can. And just kind of remember that, you know, we go through challenging times, but it will be okay. It will be. And, you know, I think I've told you guys before, a good tip I find useful, and I picked this up after September 11th, is, you know, limit your screen time, guys. If you feel you need to, you know, check the news, check what's going on in the world, do it maybe once, maybe twice a day. If you sit there and watch it, they just keep cycling the same news over and over and over. Oops. But, you know, try to limit your screen time. If something's just stressing you out, then that's not good for you. Turn it off. You know, it's just pace yourself. You don't have to watch it. You're not. I think we feel sometimes obliged and guilty, and we feel that if we don't watch the news constantly, that we're turning our back on, you know, people or something. You're not doing that at all. You need to take a time out for you, and you need to take time out to restore yourself, and then you can find out what's going on in the world, and then you can help people. But, you know, you can't help if you're entirely stressed out and you're not taking any time for you, because then, you know, then you can't function and you can't do anything good for yourself, let alone anyone else. So, you know, just please remember to take time out for you. It's really important. I didn't mean for this to turn into a self-care lecture, but here we are. Really, guys, take time out for you. It's really important. I was a caregiver for my father and then for my mother, and, you know, the main thing caregivers are always told is, you know, take time out for you, because you have to. You have to take time out. As much as the person you're caring for may not like the idea, you have to take time out to take care of your own needs. Take 5 minutes to get the stress off of your shoulders. So, you know, we're gonna get through this. I know you can be freaking out because there's like 5 million different reports right now, but you're gonna get through this. It's gonna be okay. You know, we've gone through tough times before. We just forget. We forget. We go through a tough time, and we come out okay, and then because we didn't like going through the tough time, we forget. And boy, do we forget fast. But we've been through tough times before, and we'll make it through this time. I promise. I promise. It's just gonna take a while, maybe changing our lifestyle for a couple weeks, couple months, you know, and if our lifestyles, you know, have to change for longer, we'll adapt. We will. Life will go on. We're a clever species. We will figure this thing out. People are already figuring out ways to, you know, figure out ways around things and, you know, safely interact with other people, and people are still having parties via Skype and, you know, phone and everything else. So, you know, we'll figure our way through this. We will. So, we just wanted to share this with you guys. It's super pretty. We will give you the link over to Steam. And, you know, I just hope you guys have enjoyed it. And if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.